a parent in the district flagged that this program was taking place in Jeffco Public Schools in Jefferson County, Colorado. And it was of deep concern because they initially saw the flyer about how this was an Educators of Color event. And we have filed a number of OCR complaints about segregated events, largely for students. But the fact that this was taking place, again, explicitly for educators of color, not saying it's open to all, as would be required under federal law. And then when we did a little bit of digging into it, we found the contract between the Jefferson County Education Association and the district, where all these other programs, I mean, it specifically frames out all these different elements of programs for people of color. And regardless of the intention, it is illegal to treat people differently on the basis of skin color, which is why we flagged this as an OCR complaint. And it's a public school district, and these are taxpayer dollars that are being used for this kind of programming. We frame out a couple different elements of the program. So they create a mentorship program for educators of color in the district to be mentored by more experienced educators of color. They collaborate to implement programs to support current educators of color in obtaining leadership licenses and gain employment at administration. And then their Equity on Buds program talks about actively recruiting individuals of color. And so at no point in the entire master services agreement between the union and the district does it say we do not discriminate on the basis of race, which is, again, a constitutional requirement. And so the fact that there's a lot of programs that are being done specifically and explicitly with taxpayer dollars is a great cause of concern. Where we've seen this end up differently is sometimes it's a voluntary program. Sometimes it's run by an outside nonprofit. Sometimes it's after school. In that case, it's less direct. But the fact that this is being done explicitly as part of a contract means that there absolutely is intentionality as part of it. And let's think back to the National Education Association conference from this past summer, the AFT conference this past summer. I mean, their commitment, their list of resolutions about their priorities, equity, race, and gender are top of the heap for them, well above any kind of student achievement, making up learning loss. I mean, definitely they're putting their politics well above any student well-being or any objective measure of students succeeding in school. And so if this is something that is being driven from the top, then I have no doubt this is going to trickle down into local collective bargaining agreements with districts.